Okay, so I just went through a whole whatever. Anyway, so I was told to write this down. Every time an artist recreates himself, it's a reflection of God's reawakening, of God's creativity gifts birthed into new light. And it says to record this. Okay, so this is an incomplete thought, but he told me to write this down. So what I'm seeing is, okay, y'all know that they've stolen God out of everything, and they've stolen the creativity out of everything because they've stripped it out of our schools, which is why it's a waste of taxpayer money to even fund a school, because they're not about God, which is what everything's based off of, because the first educational book of history is the Bible, which they won't even allow in school. That's changing. Anyway, yeah. He's showing me with musicians, because this whole mission was to bring Lucifer, his son, home. Lucifer was a musician. Lucifer was very arrogant. Lucifer was very loved. The problem is when Satan got his mitts on him, when vampire, yep, sunk his teeth into him, is what I'm hearing. Yeah. Through the tree of life, came up through the roots something dark. I'm going back to I'm seeing a vision of the fern gully and the oil and the sludge that comes up through the roots. He's trying to show me how it transitioned, but I can't see it. Only Lucifer can tell that story. I wasn't part of that story. That's something for Lucifer to tell, not me, is what I'm hearing. Archangel Michael and I have a story to tell. Yeah, that would be the succubus. Yeah, I'm hearing that story's going to come forth, but the behavior behind it won't. Okay, so I'm hearing that's going to be rebirth too. Okay, so I'm hearing, what do you want me? Something about a rebirth, and Lucifer has to rebirth into a different vessel, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that, but I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing something different. Okay, so the vision he's given me is, okay, so as an example. So, as an example, musicians or even an actor or actress, anytime there's something traumatic that happens in their life, they can, kind of like Robin Williams, thank you, master of any character. Jim Carrey, yes. Val Kilmer, yes. I'm seeing a lot. Chris Pratt, superheroes, yeah. The Marvel superheroes. That's why you showed me that. Yeah. Yeah. Tony Stark. What was his name? Robert Downey Jr. Yes. So I'm seeing that every time something happened with them in their profession, they can hide their pain and work through their pain through their creativity and their art and their work. Others can't. So their only outlet is their own personal creativity, be it music, be it art, be it writing, be it baking, cooking, be it crocheting, knitting, anything that, anything that makes you just glow, That is and not everybody has the same. You can have the same, like Joyce Myers did say it. She has a sermon on this, actually. Yeah. Each one of us, like, not everybody can grow tomatoes. Well, if you can't grow tomatoes, then you can't grow weed, which is one of God's medicines. But God has many medicines like dandelions and hibiscus and elderberry and pineapple. Many, 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 many medicines on the earth. It's bringing it all together. That's where the We Are the World song comes in. If you think about it, that was a fruit punch melody made of a myriad of different fruits coming together vocally to create a masterpiece. And that's what God does in us. And Satan has made it to where he's kind of restricted us from being able to do that. And all those restrictions have been eliminated going forward. That's not what it's about anymore. All of that has been stripped and fallen away. We're moving forth with our true essence, our true voices, our true souls, who he made us to be. And even if we're still on the path of figuring out who that is, we know who we were was not it. We know that's not who we really were in God's eyes. We know we are better. He's expecting us to operate out of that better, even if we don't feel like we're there yet. Because he already knows you can. You just have to choose to do it. And I've said this my whole life, everybody I've ever talked to, in a way. Maybe not in those specific words, but it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. What does your heart tell you you are? Because what your heart tells you you are, that's God telling you who you are. And it's up to you to bring that out and not let anyone else define who you are. Because they don't have the right. And we have forgotten that. They have suppressed that very simple, basic fact of humanity. And that's what needs to be shared. So it is.